Hey everyone, it's Stranger Grayson here. Welcome back to another horror movie review. Today, I'll be taking a look at another one of the Friday the 13th movies, and that movie is Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. First off, I gotta say I love this cover art, even though the movie's not all that great, which I will get into later on in the video, but I really do like this cover art for Part 7. On Friday the 13th, Jason is back, but this time someone's waiting. I really do enjoy the Scream Factory cover for this. But anyways, before I get into the review, I want to let you guys know that I'm collabing with Strange Michael and Goosebumps Boy. I'll leave a link to both their channels down in the description down below. All three of us decided to get together and watch the Friday the 13th series for the summer and review those. They might be a little bit behind. I think like 1 or 2 movies behind. I think Michael's only 1 movie behind, but that's fine, you know. I'll be going on vacation tomorrow, which I'll get into at the end of this video, but anyways, Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. What is it about? Part 7, The New Blood takes place, I'm not sure when, but I do know it's after Part 6. The beginning kind of confuses me, and I'll tell you why just in a minute, but the movie opens up with a recap of Jason Voorhees in Part 6, when they chained Jason to the bottom of Crystal Lake and left him there. So this movie starts off with this little girl, Tina, and her mom and her dad are fighting, and the dad's been drinking. He's an alcoholic. He hits her mom, and Tina gets scared, runs off. The dad runs after her, says, "I'm sorry, please come back," you know, because she gets in a little boat and starts driving into the lake. And the Tina starts getting mad, saying, "I hate you, I wish you were dead." And then all of a sudden it shows her face, and then the dock starts moving up from under the dad. The dad gets, the dock collapses under the dad and he drowns. And we cut to about like 10 years later. She's like 18 years old. And they are going back to her house after so long to get some therapy to try and help deal with her telekinesis that she has. Yes, for the first time, Jason is also dealing with somebody else that has supernatural powers. But anyway, I'll get into that later. She goes to her old family house with Dr. Ted Cruz, who you might recognize as the dude that was in Weekend at Bernie's. I don't remember his name, but he was in Weekend at Bernie's as the dead guy. And he's there as like the mental doctor to try to help her cope with her father's death. He is kind of a douchebag, I gotta be honest. But while we're introduced to these characters, we get to see that somebody else across the street, sort of like Part 4, they're getting ready to host a birthday party, a surprise party for this dude named Michael, who is actually the cousin of Nick. And Nick meets Tina through some interactions. They get talking, you know, and Tina eventually gets invited over to the friend's house. But, you know, while all this is going on, Tina starts having these, you know, thoughts, and once the doctor pisses her off, she runs out, heads to the dock, and she cries and begs for her dad, says that she's sorry, she wishes she could bring him back. However, who she does find is Jason Voorhees, who is chained up under the lake for like God knows how long. And I'm kind of confused about this, because if he was chained at the bottom of Crystal Lake, why is there a house right next to a whole summer camp? That really did not make sense to me, and it's literally in like the vicinity of it, and we don't see Crystal Lake at all in this film. This is just like a random wooded neighborhood with only 2 houses in the middle of nowhere. I'm honestly confused. That confused me so much about this, but anyway, she thinks it's her dad. She unchains Jason, and he finally gets released. She passes out, and after she had passed out, Jason had gotten out from under the lake, and now he's set free on another killing spree. Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. Wow. I do have things to say about this film. This was a downgrade from part 6, if I gotta be honest. Even with the telekinesis that Tina has, you know, to go up against Jason, most of these characters suck. A lot of them are douchebags, like Melissa, the doctor, Eddie, Robin, or not Robin. Sorry, guys. But anyway, this was filled with so many bland characters or characters I just did not like. If I had to pick, it was Nick and Tina that were probably my two favorites. That's it. Now, Jason in this film, this is definitely the best looking Jason I've seen in a pretty long while. The scars from where he has been beaten, cut up with the motor blade at the end of part 6, stabbed in the head with an axe, a machete to the side of the face from part 4. You can tell where all those scars are. This is definitely the best looking. His spine is exposed on his back, and his mask, like this part right here, is like cut up. It's one of these sides. It's literally cut up from where the motor blade was chopped into the side of his face, and it broke his neck. That was some very good attention to detail. Now, speaking of the kills in this film, whoo, man, they were very cut down. This film was when the MPAA had finally had enough with the gore and the nudity, so they cut down this film's blood and guts, and you can definitely tell there's kills where you expect to see this whole cutscene of a death, but it cuts away before you can even get to see the whole thing, or it pans off to another side of the screen. The kills were very underwhelming. This is definitely one of the worst kills in a Friday the 13th franchise I've seen, besides maybe part 1. But wow, the kill, most of these kills sucked. Honestly, the favorite kills that I've seen in this were probably the sleeping bag kill, which is not iconic for the Friday the 13th franchise. I'm sure everybody has seen that kill at least once. The person playing Jason in this film, Kane Hodder, he did an amazing performance. Man is a stunt guy. He played Jason for this film and up to Jason X, I believe. While he is my favorite Jason so far, if I got to be honest. Favorite person that's played Jason. And I think he's the best. I think he's done the most Jason performances out of everybody, because he was in parts 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, I think Richard Brooker was only in 2 and 3, but definitely the most long acted Jason performance that I've seen in Friday the 13th. The ending to this film was kind of lame, if I got to be honest. It was a lame way to end the movie, but I won't get into that. I don't want to spoil anything for you. The fight scene with Jason and the telekinesis doesn't happen until like maybe the half hour or the hour mark, where there's like 30 minutes left of the film and Tina finally confronts Jason. I did enjoy that part. Do like the whole telekinetic fights with Jason and Tina. But other than that, this film was very bland at some moments, and I really did not like a lot of the characters. A huge step down from part 6, in my opinion. While it's not my least favorite out of the series so far, actually, you know what? It's either my second least favorite or my least favorite out of the series so far that I've watched. But anyway, that has been pretty much all I have to say about Part 7, The New Blood. This was an alright film. Not the greatest, but I've seen worse. It's probably going to get worse from here on out, just so you guys know, from what I was told and from what I remember. If I had to rate this film on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it about a 7. It was alright, you know. The cut kills and some of the acting and most of the characters I really did not enjoy. The thing that saved this film for me was the telekinetic fight and probably Kane Hodder. Other than that, this film was very bland. But that has been my review on Part 7, The New Blood. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Would really love to hear your thoughts on this film. Please make sure to go and check out Strange Michael and Goosebumps Boy. I'll leave a link to both their channels in the description down below. With that out of the way, I would like to say I'm going on vacation starting tomorrow through Friday, or today, depending on when this film gets up. But I will be gone through Friday. Saturday, I should be able to get back and start doing more reviews. So, in case you don't see me upload for a few days, that is why. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next review after my vacation. God bless, and have a good day, or have a good week. Bye, everyone.